thermOweld, the contractor's choice, presents CRE1 grounding connections, horizontal parallel tap to rebar. Before we begin, let's make sure we have all the proper tools handy. They include the proper thermOweld mold, our new easy light remote with weld metal and igniter sticks, handle clamps, gloves, safety glasses, a soft bristle brush, a wire brush, propane torch, flint igniter, and rebar packing. Also, for the M7510 mold, you will need a marker to mark the location of the ceramic fiber pad to assure it lines up with the hole in the bottom of the mold. It's important to prep the rebar and cable before making the connection. Rebar has rust, grime, and a coating that needs to be removed. You can remove this with a wire brush or grinder. This needs to be done to the cable as well, making sure there is no dirt or debris on the cable where the weld will be made. You will also need to remove any moisture from the rebar and cable using a propane torch. The M7510 mold is designed to connect number 2 stranded wire to number 4 rebar and larger. It comes with a handle clamp already attached. You need to prep the mold by using a propane torch to remove all the moisture from the mold. Moisture in the mold can cause steam and make the connection porous. The mold needs to be heated for about 2 to 3 minutes to remove any moisture in the mold. It's only necessary to heat the mold for the first weld of the day. This mold requires a ceramic fiber packing pad to assure a good connection against the rebar. Position the hole in the ceramic pad so that it lines up with the hole in the bottom of the mold. Then take a marker and mark on the ceramic pad on 2 sides, indicating the correct position of the mold. Position the wire so that the end of the wire is in the center of the hole in the bottom of the mold. Mark the wire so you can assure the wire is in the correct position. Place the steel disc into the mold. We recommend sliding the disc down the side of the mold cavity into place. Carefully add the proper weld metal into the mold. This mold requires a number 45 cartridge. At the bottom of the weld metal container, we pack our starting powder. Make sure you don't release any of the starting powder by tapping the tube. We're using thermOweld's Easy Light Remote ignition system. You don't need starting powder when using the Easy Light Remote. We include the starting powder with our Easy Light weld metal in case your Easy Light remote batteries are dead or the remote is damaged somehow. You can still use the flint igniter to fire your mold. Insert the silver end of the igniter strip into the end of the plug of the cord. You will hear a click locking it into place. Place the igniter strip into the top of the mold. Place the cord perpendicular to the hinge so it's out of the way of where the mold vents. The mold is now ready to position on the rebar. Align the marks on the ceramic pad to the bottom of the mold and place them both onto the rebar where you want to make your connection, assuring the exhaust port is facing away from you. Slide the wire into position between the mold and the ceramic pad, lining up the mark on the wire to the edge of the mold. Hold the mold in place with the handle clamp, applying the necessary pressure. Turn on the remote and press the igniter button. The Easy Light remote responds immediately. There is no lag time. Wait approximately 15 to 20 seconds, allowing the weld metal to cool slightly. Your CRE1 permanent maintenance-free connection is now complete. Remove the igniter strip and open the mold. Clean the mold with a soft bristle brush. This prepares the mold in advance for your next weld.